System Summits Live, day 2. Here we go, day 2. And today, so we should play the song. What did I say? The gang is back, or the boys are
The
back?
boys are back in town.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, the boys are back in town, right? And plus one. So we have somebody new that joined us
Yes.
today. So
Hello,
all right.
hello.
So let's go through. We've got Vanessa Zami that's joining us today, business consultant and amazing person. I love this lady. She is just absolutely awesome. So excited to have her a part of System Summit. But let's kick it off with Dr. Boyd. Let's have you go ahead and explain again what we are doing here today with this System Summits thing.
Okay, this is our morning broadcast. This is day 2 of System Summit, and we kick off every day with this live broadcast to explain, first of all, what to look forward to today, who's the keynote or highlighted speaker today, but to help you understand that you can still access all of the sessions still today. You still have a full 24 more hours to access all 18 sessions. Yeah, you'll have to do a marathon. But think about this. You can register for free, but you could have lifetime access if you do the upgrade, and you can have all the sessions forever. So we're going to be highlighting the sessions that are coming up today. We have a couple special guests today, talking to some of the speakers, but we're going to be going over some of the key things of System Summit, which the theme is how your business can tap into the holiday shopping frenzy and beyond, because we really tap into all aspects of business development for productivity and profitability. So that is what System Summit is about. One more full day, and here we go. Good morning, Kevin Gross. How are you today? That's my dude. He has Nature's Tea in Indianapolis. It's a organic tea that he's a chemist, and he makes this tea.
Okay.
So I just gave him a plug. What can I say?
There you go. Nice plug. And
Yeah.
good morning, Powell,
Hey.
for joining us. Powell is a part of our NowSite team, or the NowSite organization. So thanks for jumping in, Powell. Glad to see you join us this morning. Awesome. And let's go ahead. So Dr. Boyd got to tell us a little bit more about the summit. She didn't tell us really about her background and all that, but we'll come back to that. Let's put Kimya on the spot. Kimya, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Yes, so I am Kimya, otherwise known as Miss Kimya online if you're looking for me, and I am a marketing strategist and social media manager for small businesses who don't have the time, the resources, or simply just don't want to do it themselves. So I cover all of your foundational marketing pieces, and I help you put together an integrated marketing plan using all of the different marketing tools and strategies and ideas that you have, including the platform, so that you can really have an integrated approach to market your business in a more consistent and profitable manner. And instead of focusing on Facebook ads specifically or Instagram reels, I do a more holistic approach.
Nice. Very good. Cool. Hey, Dr. Boyd, let's have you introduce Vanessa. Okay. And let's have Vanessa come on and tell a little bit more about who she is and what's happening in her world, because I know that she's on a tight schedule this morning and needs to take off. All right.
Absolutely. Vanessa is one of our dynamic speakers. Her presentation is phenomenal. How else can I describe it? Was it hustle and breathe, or breathe and hustle? I just love breathe and hustle, because you got to do both. You have to breathe, but you got to hustle. And she breaks it down. I mean, breaks it down for you. So when you walk away, you have something actionable. But I'm going to throw it over to Vanessa. Give us the full title. Tell us what you're doing. We just love you. The defibrillator. There you go.
Yes, I am the business defibrillator indeed. Hello, everyone. Happy hope you're having a great morning. If you're here in Massachusetts and you may be not without power, just like me, but I'm hanging out in a hotel and it's living life. But hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Zammy. I'm an international business consultant, speaker, and best-selling author. And my presentation here for the Systems Summit is Hustle and Breathe: How to Achieve Time Freedom as an Entrepreneur. Because it's not necessary for you to stay up until 2 a.m. and sleep for 2 hours and make enough food and keep repeating, right? It's not necessary for you to, even if you are a parent of young kids and you're also looking to grow your business, leave a lasting legacy, even if you are working a demanding day job, right? You made it at some tier in your corporate life and you're looking to also expand in your business so you can eventually calmly and confidently transition into full-time entrepreneurship. It's important that you ensure that you are finding the time to take care of yourself and take care of your life while taking care of your business. Because the fact is, it is not separate. You cannot separate business and personal. Someone asked me the other day. I was like, no, you cannot separate business and personal, but you can definitely have them work in synergy and have them work such that you are both hustling and you are breathing at the same time. And so tune in to my presentation for the Systems Summit on time freedom for entrepreneurs.
All
Absolutely. And
right.
I want to make a point of what she just said. And it might have gone past people because she was talking fast. She had to go to a hotel because her
Hmm.
hometown energy is out. And so we were talking about yesterday about showing up.
That's
This
right.
is an example of showing up. You have to do what's necessary for your business, and showing up is the first step. And
That's it.
she left her house, drove to another city to get power.
Yep,
Most
30
of
minutes
us,
north.
Yes.
I just wanted to underline that to make
Hmm.
the significance of what she did to show up. So, anybody have questions for? Because I know.
I don't have a question, but I have a comment because that is awesome. That number one, that's a great story there. But it is also a key example of how we have to step out of our box, and sometimes we've got to do something that's a little uncomfortable or something that's out of the norm, and we have to be creative with
Hmm.
problem solving. Right? Sometimes we get stuck into this mindset that says, oh, well, I just can't do that because I don't have, or I can't
Hmm.
do it because,
Hmm.
we have to step out of that mindset to figure out, okay, can't do it the way I was going to do it. How can I do it? Right?
Mhm.
How can I make this work? And so it's more of asking that kind of a question versus the can't do it. Well, I just can't do it because, right?
Yes, the
So,
how. The how is very
Hmm.
important. The how is
It
very
just
important, right? Yeah.
and with her title, even hustle and breathe, she did a little bit of hustling so
mm-hmm.
that she could
Hmm.
now breathe because now she's not worried about internet or I get it's like I got it. Day continues. And so she did a little bit of hustling. Yeah, I'm working on your title here.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, but
So
that's
that
a
in the
great
end,
that's a great
she could
point.
breathe.
Yes.
Go
And I really thought about it with the hustle and breathe because oftentimes I say people are busy and not productive. Like I literally said that yesterday. And so Vanessa literally just demonstrated what hustle actually means because oftentimes people use the term I'm hustling and they just running around in circles, not being productive. They're not doing anything. They just like running around. Whereas you have to have specific things. If you're going to hustle, come out of your box. You should be productive in what you're doing because she could have hustled around and done 28 things with no power, or she could have said, skip all that. Let me just go where I need to be and make my life a little bit easier. And that's what true hustle is. And I tell people that's why I don't use the term because y'all don't understand what hustle actually means. Hustle is not simply running around being busy. Hustle has to do with productivity. So you absolutely demonstrated your whole introduction and your title, and like you said, that was not lost on any of us. That was not lost. That is time freedom. And let's face it, in 2021, if you need some internet, because we've all been there, who makes a decision to get up and do something about it versus, oh, I can't make this today? Because you still got a business to run. Like I say, I still got to eat today, whether the power is on or not, right? You still got to eat. You still got to run your business and you have to show up and you really have to do things. So it perfectly illustrated your whole point I thought it
She just
did.
won a lot of brownie points,
Yes, she did.
That's
credibility.
right.
Didn't
What
even
all
do it
those
on
things I can
purpose.
check off
That's
that
right. That's just
she
her.
just rolls
It
through them.
literally, yeah,
That's
it really
right.
is just me. It
And that
really is just me.
demonstrates that
Yeah.
she is who she says she is. She
Yep.
literally is showing you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So to underline that, that is why you need to be at her session, which starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be 2 a.m. East Coast time.
2
You've got
p.m.
2
2 p.m.
p.m.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
See, I'm already deep in the morning. Okay. But sh- show up. Once
Mhm.
again, show up for her presentation so you can get all of the details
Mhm.
of what she's providing. She is one of our dynamic speakers, and you'll be in speaker office hours today, right?
Let's chat
Hopefully.
about that. Let's chat. Let's
Yes.
hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully she can.
Yeah, she is in the right place. She's showing up, and we're
That's
going to
right.
throw it out there that she's going to have perfect internet.
I like
That's
that.
right. That's
But
right.
That would
yeah,
be nice.
yeah, this is an example of one session you can't miss. And so
Yes.
Vanessa, once again, first of all, thank you for showing up and wanting to
Mhm.
be a speaker. Thank you for hustling so that you could breathe and have the internet to join us this morning. And just
Yes.
thank you for being you. That's, that's
Awesome.
really
Yes.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yes.
that. And thank you all for hosting this lovely summit, though, sharing the
Yes.
information and resources. So, yeah,
Yes.
everyone tune in 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and we'll dive into essentially how to fix how it is that you're doing things that you need to fix so that you can hustle and breathe
Yes.
effectively and efficiently for your business and your life. So, yeah.
absolutely
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
nice. See, we
Thank
all just
you.
smiling.
Yes.
That's right.
Have a great day. We will see you later.
Yes. See you later.
See you later. That's it.
All right. And speaking of showing up, we also have,
Uh-oh.
is it Sandra, right?
Yeah, should be have an A in there.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say.
There's
Mhm.
no
I
A
spelled my
there.
own
So
name wrong.
Sandra, right?
I
Good.
was being too
Perfect.
quick there.
Oh.
Okay,
Yes.
we're getting a
Good
little bit of
morning.
feedback. Do you have a speaker on or another?
Oh,
Oh,
let me check
yeah, you might
if I've
have
got the
one of
right
the live
audio
broadcasts
connected. Oh,
on
yeah,
from. Yeah,
I have
just
the wrong
mute it.
audio connected. One
Yeah,
second.
just mute it because we're getting the feedback. But
Better?
thank you. Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there it
it's
is.
connected to my other mic. Yes.
So this is Sandra, and there should be Sandra with an A, but Sandra Amore, all about systems. If you need to learn about Asana, and that's a whole platform. But the other session that she's doing is on creating effective online forms. Now, many times we think we got to grab some information from prospects or clients, customers, whatever the case may be. But we just throw out these forms, but then it either confuses them in terms of how they should answer, or frankly, there's bad questions, and you're not really
Yes.
collecting what you need. I'll be honest. Hey, you need to create the right questions in the right format, and Sandra is the person that can fix all of that. Now, I won't say fix. She can
I can
guide
help.
you down the path to creating the perfect form. So, Sandra, tell us tell us about your first session
Mhm.
working with Asana.
Yeah, so this session is kind of an intro to project management with a little bit of my own take on it for entrepreneurs and smaller business owners. So, I've worked with projects for large companies and organizations, and as I made the move to being a small business owner and working with small business owners, and also on the nonprofit side, working with nonprofits and smaller charities, I found that those big concepts and principles don't always apply to a smaller business. It's a bit overwhelming. It's a bit overkill. It's just too much to do for a small project. So, in my presentation, I give some tips on how you can kind of scale those big concepts down and make it more actionable and easy to manage your projects with a kind of a different mindset. And then I dig into Asana and how you can use Asana as a great tool to manage your projects and even your day-to-day tasks. And there's a bunch of different ways you can do that.
Okay. Once again, I want to pinpoint some of what she said. She first tells you how to narrow down as a small organization, small business, what you need to do. Because those platforms, Asana, Trello, Basecamp, all of they give you tons of things to use. But as a small business, you don't need them all and you get confused. Confusion stops you from being productive. And so she's going to tell you how to sort that out. Then she's going to really show you how to use Asana or, the best way.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Mhm.
And even though the topic covers Asana, it can be used for any other platform as well. Like they're all very similar in how they're structured, so you can still kind of
Yeah.
apply it to different project management applications.
And
Yeah. And
can
that's
I
why
plug a reason why you should watch that presentation? Because I literally experienced this earlier this year. Even if you don't use that tool, like she said, it can be applied to other things. But here's the thing: you may work with someone who uses that tool, and so it benefits you to understand how it works, because I literally had that issue earlier this year. A couple of people, I hired someone and they used that tool. And because I was familiar with the tool, I was okay. Other people were not, and they were completely lost.
Mhm.
And so, not only for your business, but that is a predominant project management tool. And so, it's helpful just to watch that presentation, just in case you hire someone or work with someone that uses that tool. So, I just wanted to put that out there because I had that exact experience.
That's great
absolutely,
to know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So quickly, tell us about your second presentation, which is these online forms that we
Yes.
really need to start using more.
Hmm.
I'm just
Absolutely. And one of the reasons I kind of picked that as a topic is because it's really the starting point for any kind of automation or process efficiency that you're going to do. You need to be able to collect information from people digitally, not just get it from an email, right? So, in being able to design those forms effectively and getting that data, you can actually use what you've collected and send it out to different systems or connect different systems together. And it can actually even be used to feed into Asana, because there's a integration for that as well, right? So it's really critical to be able to, whether you're collecting, even basic order information
Hmm.
from your customers, or if it's a feedback form or an intake form, if you're a service-based business, it's really important to ask those questions correctly in the right order, and understand the basics of gathering information so that you can use it in your business.
absolutely.
I
What
love
I'm
that.
really loving about the presentations this whole summit, they're tapping into things that in the back of our mind we know we need, but we really haven't paid attention to.
Hmm.
Like hers and forms. We just assumed, oh yeah, I can put a form together. But there's a
Hmm.
right way to do it. And with
Right.
Cecilia, who is one of our impact sponsors, and her cash loss calculator or the
Hmm.
loss calculator, and it equates into money because
Hmm.
time and money, but
Hmm.
those little things that, yeah, there's floating out here, but we don't realize what a huge impact they can have on our business. So Sandra, again, thank you for stepping in and being present. That must be our theme today, just being present.
Hmm.
Her sessions were on the schedule yesterday, but with our summit, you can access all of the sessions for 48 hours. So make sure you go back on Wednesday's schedule. But if you're in the summit, you will see her. Click on her session. Make
Hmm.
sure you watch it. Sandra, thank you for being one of our System Summit dynamic speakers. And I'm sure people are just going to learn so much from you. And
Hmm.
reach out to
Excellent.
Sandra. Go in there
Yes.
and
Thank you.
ask questions. Ask questions for her. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you guys, and thank you for hosting. This has been
Yes.
fun.
Absolutely.
All
Okay, so
right. And let's
oh,
see here. Let's also add to the
oh,
stream. We have more company.
wow, we have D.
Look
All
at us.
right.
And D is on board. So, Sandra, do me a favor and type your contact info into the chat for me. All right.
Sure.
But we have D who joined us. So, excellent. Good. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to get all of this up here. So, all right, good. Dr. Boyd, you want to introduce D?
D is all about the cash. Okay, I just went right there. I just went straight to it. Okay, you know, D's present. Okay, once again, another topic that it happens, but then we sort of flounder and say, well, I need to collect my money that they owe me. You know, you have all of these outstanding invoices, and I'm sure there's a right way and a wrong way. And D is collect the cash. She wrote a book. She has information. So I'm going to throw it over to D, talk about a little bit about your business, but what your session is that will be happening today at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead, D.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Glad to be a part of the System Summit. So, to Dr. Victoria and my illustrious team members, thank you so much. So, I'm Dee Bowden. I'm the author of Collect the Cash and the founder of B Sales Solutions. My talk today is how to collect the cash and keep your business profitable by having systems. This whole summit is all about systems. And here's the thing. When you're in business, you have a system to sell something, a product or a service, and more importantly, you have to make sure that the sale is complete and the money's in the bank, but you must collect it first. How do you collect it? You have to have a system. You have to have a tracking system. So that's the name of your customer, the contract number, the dollar amount, the item that you sold them, when you're supposed to invoice them, when you're supposed to get paid, and then most importantly, keep notes. When you're in business, it's always the sale, the sale, the sale. But as I just said, the sale is not complete until the money's in the bank. Because here's the thing, if you don't make sure that you follow up on your sale, you could be selling a lot of things, but you won't get paid for it. And that's the difficulty that a lot of businesses have, because they're told you must sell, you must sell, you must sell. But I contend that you have to sell and collect the money. As I like to say, you have to sell and collect the cash. And here's the thing, sales and payments, they go together. And when you learn that, when you the first part is when you sell on the front end, then you're making sure you're following up and getting paid on the back end. Then you have a complete circle, because basically it's the sale, the process, the payment, delivery, and then sale again, process, payment, delivery. So it becomes cyclical. But most importantly, again, the topic is how to collect the cash and keep your business profitable by tracking payments and sales. And I'm D. Bowden, the author of Collect the Cash.
Absolutely. And I hate to say it, I went through this learning curve several years back because as a service provider, a consultant, you want to impress your client, say, oh yeah, I can do that and do that. I was giving away too much information, too much of the how, and I had to learn that yeah, if you make a 50% deposit, then we'll keep talking. I was doing too much work up front, but then the difficulty came collecting the other 50%
Mhm.
that they still owed me. And so I had to set up a second level and system where, well, yeah, that work is done, but I'm not going to deliver it
Right.
until you pay
Mhm.
this balance.
Exactly. And that's the part, Dr. Victoria, that a lot of businesses shy away from, because here's the thing, you're so excited to get the sale, and I get it. You get your first sale, you're like, yes, I got my sale. I'm like, yeah, it's all that. But then like, so after you do the presentation, after you get the sale, after you get the contract, then you have to deliver. But here's the thing, you're while you get the sale and the contract, you still have to deliver the product or service, and you also have to do customer service, and you also have to deliver the product. The three keys that you're going to learn today are problem solving, answering the question of what had happened was, because basically that's the part that most people don't want to talk about. I know, I know it's hilarious, because people are like, what had happened was, well, yeah, because when we have a contract and I say I'm going to deliver a service to you, and then we have a contract, we start doing things, and then we run into a problem. What most people avoid when it's coming to collect the cash is that they don't want to ruffle the feathers of their customer, so they won't go back and say that there's a problem, because they're so excited that they have gotten that first contract. They're like, no. But here's the thing, you have the contract because you are the best at what you do, whether it's delivering a product or delivering a service, number one. Number two, contractually, they bought something from you. So there's the part of getting your deposit, doing the work, having a schedule for when you're supposed to deliver things. And when things don't work, before you keep giving out your product or your service, pause, get on the phone and do customer service, or find out, what's going on. Because if they missed their first payment, before you keep doing things, you need to stop and do a course correction right then and find out what's wrong. That's the part that most people miss when it comes to collecting the cash, is that they'll just deliver all the services, and then they're like, oh crap, I didn't get paid. Well, yeah, because you didn't stop to go find out, was everything okay along the way. The sales process along with collecting the cash is a journey. When you sell things, that's the first part. Delivering, part two. Step three, invoicing. Step four, payments. If payments haven't come in, you got to go back and go, hi. I want to follow up and find out, is there an issue? And if they tell you what the issue is, take notes, do a course correction, fix it so you can keep delivering the service. And sometimes there are two things that happen. Sometimes there's a product or service, things just don't go well, and sometimes you have to go, okay, I'm just gonna cut this loss and I'm gonna lose this, but you have to get the lessons. Because if you don't track your payments and do the follow up, because here's the thing, the fortune is always in the follow up. My tagline is collect the cash. The sale is not complete until the money's in the bank, but you must collect first. And just as you were bold enough to ask for the sale and ask for the business, you have to be just as bold to collect money.
That's right. Absolutely. And I love, she said, the fortune is in the follow up. Does that sound familiar, team? We did a whole hot topic on, and the title was The Fortune is in the Follow Up. You are tapping into what we stand for. Yes. And everything that you said is important, because I had to write it in my contract. I was like, I'm tired of trying to explain this. I'm putting it in the first payment, second payment, delivery. It's mapped out. So, thank you, Dee.
Absolutely.
You are another one of our dynamic speakers. Once again, I said her session is at 11:30. Attendees, please drop questions in those chat boxes. Ask questions, or come to speaker office hours. You can see what they're doing. You're going to hear more from them. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask it. What we're asking you to do is show up.
Right.
You got to show up to run a business. You have industry experts, and they're going to be all in one place for you. So I can't be clearer, or you got to show up to get what you need. And the thing is, most of the time you don't know what you need until you hear it. Because just yesterday, the comments were, wow, I didn't know that. And I was like, oh, okay. And this is, somebody that presumably knows a lot of stuff, and they learned something new. Or, oh my God, I learned so much. And the number of aha moments that we had yesterday. So what else can I say?
I'm going to flash some info on the screen real quick here. So anybody that wants to connect with Dee, then there is her contact info right there. So make sure that if you're watching the replay on this, pause the video and then write it down, or email, or do whatever it is you need to do. Same thing with Sandra. I didn't have her info in there yet. So let's put Sandra's info up here. That again, she's got some great stuff with regard to getting organized and being able to manage those projects, using some great tools to do some of those kinds of things. But if you are looking at her, listening to her talk, and you wanted her contact info, here it is.
All right.
Pause the video and capture that info, right? So that you can get that. So I just wanted to make sure I got there.
Summit. Just come watch all of their contact stuff.
And how do they find it?
Everybody
point up. There you go. It's right at the top of your screen.
Right there.
There you go. Now, even though we started yesterday, all of the presentations are still available for another 24 hours. But I'm going to say, with the bonuses that we have in the bonus package, you need to sign up for the all access pass. You need to do that, because first of all, you'll have access to all of these presentations forever. But then that bonus package, which both Dee and Sandra and Vanessa, who was on earlier, have their package that they are added. You can't get it anyplace else. And the all access pass is only $67. So I mean, what can I say? It's not like it's $579. I don't know where I got that number from, but
sounded good.
But $67 for 18 sessions of information, of industry experts, and $4,200 worth of bonus packages too. You can't beat that in any platform. But get registered,
Mm-hmm.
systemsummit.com right now.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you because Kimya's session starts at 9 a.m. Put questions in the chat, and we will hopefully see everybody back at 1:30 Pacific time for speaker office hours. It is another learning platform.
That's
Anybody
it.
else got anything to say?
That's it.
No.
Gotta run. I'll see you guys later on. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes.
Take good care.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
We'll see
Cheers.
you.